Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is an updated fragrance review on Ormonde Jayne Thai Eve. About a year ago, maybe a little bit longer than a year ago, I did a first impressions on this fragrance and I've recently added it to my collection, and I wanted to give you guys an updated review, let you guys know what I think about it, why it's special, and all that jazz. So if you'd like to know what I think about this fragrance, then keep watching. For transparency purposes, this was given to me as a gift, but it was not given to me by Ormonde Jayne, and I did review this a very long time ago before I was given this as a gift, and I was meaning to pick up a bottle of this to review for you guys, but as always I like to let you guys know where I got things. Now Thai Eve is, the Thai Eve rose is a very special, and I mean very special rose from, I believe it's Saudi Arabia. I think that they brought it from Turkey, and there was just something about the environment that made, I think it's a cousin or it's related to the damask rose or the Damascus rose. I always mispronounce that, so please forgive me. And I think that when they brought that to Saudi Arabia, it just, something about the environment really just created this really special rose, and that's the Thai Eve rose. Now the notes in this fragrance are saffron, dates, pink pepper, the Thai Eve rose, freesia, jasmine, orange blossom, I'm going to get to that orange blossom specifically, broom, and amber. I'm going to link the first impressions video and also the video where I give you my follow-up review on it below if you'd like to check that out, because my feelings on this fragrance pretty much remain the same, but I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with this fragrance rather than just the little blurb I did in the video. Now, first things first, I find this scent, and I still stand by those words, to be one of, if not the best rose fragrance if you live in a hot and humid environment. There is something about the dates and the orange blossom and that really beautiful kind of watery green, just grassy rose that it just works beautifully in humidity, but it doesn't lose any complexity. There's a lot of magic in this fragrance that doesn't get lost in like hot, humid soup weather out there, and it's something I initially really loved. The opening of this fragrance is really bright and very dominant on the rose, and throughout the entire lifespan of this fragrance, that rose note does not go away. What I like specifically about this scent is that the other notes really just elevate that really beautiful, unique, very substantial, deep, but not like heavy or cloying rose scent. The other thing I like about this is that the date kind of is a really beautiful, I think, homage to where this rose comes from, and it's also a really smart way to kind of add a little bit of sweetness to this fragrance without making it jammy. And what I also really like is the fact that the orange blossom is in here to give it a little bit of brightness and sparkle, which doesn't make it dated, which something like maybe a musk or a really heavy amount of citrus could do. And so the orange blossom in and of itself and the date in and of itself are two really smart, really beautifully chosen notes to really elevate this rose scent and elevate this fragrance, while at the same time not detracting from that beautiful, very specific Thai Eve rose note. The other thing I like about this fragrance is the more and more I wear it, I realize that it does kind of have a life of its own. It's a little bit different every time, but not majorly different. Sometimes you get more orange blossom, sometimes you get more pink pepper, sometimes you might get a little bit of freesia, a little bit of warmth from the amber, but it's not in any way going to take away from that crazy, beautiful rose scent. So I do always love wearing this scent. I did have a variety of samples and a decant that I've been wearing over the course until I finally got my hands on a bottle. But I will say that throughout the year I've been wearing this scent, it is really interesting to pick up little differences every single time I wear it. It's really a fascinatingly beautiful scent. I do find this scent is very strong in the opening. It is very loud in the opening. I'd say it projects pretty well the first few hours, and then it becomes a skin scent probably after the last 2 hours. And this fragrance, although in the initial beginning I wasn't sure if it was going to have a crazy amount of life on it, it does stick on my skin for about 4 to 6 hours, which is really good. So I would say that don't wear this to the workplace upon initial application, but if you put it on and then you're going to go to work and you're going to be in the office, you know, within like say half an hour to an hour, I would say this is appropriate to wear in professional settings. and it does have a little bit of a nice longevity. I don't expect fragrances like this to last too long, but generally it does have the lifespan. For me, living in the tropics, 4 to 6 hours is like other people's like 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. So obviously wear it and decide or figure out if it's going to last long wherever you guys live. Now again, going back to the humidity aspect and going back to that orange blossom, I think the orange blossom is what really makes this scent really appropriate for humidity. Because sometimes musk can be a little bit overpowering, sometimes musk can be a little bit just like they get into your nose, they make you sneeze, they're just a little bit too strong sometimes. And a lot of times if you're looking for fragrances to wear in humidity but you still want that complexity, you still want that power, you still want a very strong scent, you have to be very careful about the types of notes and the compositions that you wear. And I feel like the orange blossom again doesn't detract from that beautiful Taif rose, and it makes it work really well, and having a little bit of complexity and a little bit of heft, almost a little bit of texture that this fragrance has when you wear it, without it being too much for humid environments. So I definitely have to take a huge thank you to Ormonde Jayne for creating a beautiful rose scent that's complex and heavy and rich, that's still really easy to wear in hot and humid environments. I'm just tickled that it's out there and I love it so much. So anyway guys, that is my review of Taif from Ormonde Jayne. I did get this bottle from Perfumology. They very generously sent me this bottle as a thank you gift for helping them out in the past with reviewing fragrances for them. And I will say that this was not a fragrance I reviewed from them. I reviewed for them a fragrance that I had purchased and added to my own collection. So in no way was anything given to me for a review, but this was just his way of saying thank you for that. So a humongous thank you to Perfumology, and you can get the entire lineup of Ormonde Jayne from Perfumology. I will link them below, but this was in no way sent to me to review. He didn't send this to me to review as a thank you gift, and I was like, oh, that's perfect because I really want to review that scent and I really need to buy that scent. It was just like the stars had aligned. But in any case guys, that is my thoughts on the Taif Rose fragrance, Taif Eau de Parfum from Ormonde Jayne. If you guys have any experience with this fragrance or this house, good or bad, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you guys think. And if you guys have any other recommendations for really beautiful rose scents that work well in heat and humidity, please let me know in the comment section below. I am always looking to add more of those to my collection. In any case guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!